Tomorrow, members of the Kenya Medical Practitioners and Dentists Union are beginning a countrywide doctors' strike after talks with the Ministry of Health bore no fruits. As we know, the Health Cabinet Secretary has been very casual and dismissive in her approach to this matter. It could be a problem of capacity. We don't know. Consequently, from midnight, hundreds of thousands of visits to outpatient clinics will have to be cancelled or postponed. Tens of thousands of scheduled operations or surgeries will also have to be cancelled. Public hospitals, which provide most of the secondary and tertiary medical care, will have their emergency rooms, dialysis units, oncology departments, obstetric and neonatal departments, and other vital facilities shut. The country is therefore staring at deaths and complications that could have been avoided. Those deaths and medical complications will have to be blamed on the out-of-touch Health Cabinet Secretary and an uncaring Kenya Kwanza administration. We wish to make it clear that we stand with the doctors in this strike and their demands. It is our understanding that the doctors are not fighting for themselves. They are fighting for Kenyans, and especially those with no capacity to seek health services in private hospitals, and therefore must make do with public hospitals. In asking for health budget to be raised to 15%, the doctors are fighting for better health services for Kenyans. In demanding that the government operationalizes the Facility Improvement Fund, the doctors are fighting for the people of Kenya against a government that does not understand and does not care. We have seen the casual, reckless, incompetent, and overly simplistic manner in which the Health Cabinet Secretary has handled this matter so far. It is incompetence of the worst type for the Cabinet Secretary to keep lamenting that the National Treasury has not given her money. It is not for the doctors or Kenyans to look for money from the National Treasury. That is the work of the Cabinet Secretary. We are dealing with the government. Both the National Treasury and the Ministry of Health are under the Kenya Kwanza administration. If the Health Cabinet Secretary is not able to make the National Treasury release funds for a critical ministry like hers, then she has no option but to quit, really. Maybe she's a joker. We don't know again. Maybe she does not understand the ministry and has not been able to make a compelling case for release of funds, or she just doesn't care. Whatever the case, Susan Nahumicha has failed the medical fraternity and the whole country. She must be prepared to take responsibility for any deaths that may result from this strike. What is it that the Ministry of Health did not see coming? It is the policy of the government that interns should be posted 30 days after graduation. It has delayed by now 8 months, and there's no end in sight. Didn't the government know the number of doctors who are going to graduate each year, and the policy that they have to be posted as interns 30 days after graduation? We are witnessing a clear demonstration of serious mismatch of policies, roles, and responsibilities that run across the entire Kenya Kwanza administration. It is the same confusion in the Ministry of Education, Agriculture, and everywhere else. A wrong person in a wrong job always poses a disaster. A government that talks of universal health care but cannot find money to place intern doctors is a contradiction that is worrisome. Throughout the standoff leading to the imminent strike now, the Ministry of Health has acted like an uncaring bystander. The attitude of the ministry has oscillated between cowardice, contempt, and incompetence. The ministry completely failed to learn the lessons of the past doctor strikes and refused to constructively engage with the KMPDU until the last minute. Instead of treating the medical workers with the respect they clearly deserve, the Cabinet Secretary took to lecturing them at political rallies where the doctors are not normally present, unleashed police on them, and resorted to mudslinging matches on social media. This is completely unacceptable. We are witnessing the consequences of a entrepreneur-driven government system in which prioritization of what to finance and what to downgrade depends on expected kickbacks. If posting interns had room for decent kickbacks to Kenya Kwanza mandarins at the National Treasury and the Ministry of Health, they would be fighting to have them posted. That is why there is money for affordable housing, alleged subsidized fertilizers, and edible oils, but none for intern doctors. That is how pathetic it has become. Beyond health, however, we are dealing with fundamental moral questions in this strike. What message are we sending to our youth as a country when young people study hard in high school, score top grades, study medicine in university, then the government tells them that there's no money for internships, leave alone employment? What kind of a country is Kenya Kwanza running? There's no doubt whatsoever that those doctors being brutalized or being addressed dismissively by the Cabinet Secretary are more intelligent than some government officers who are frustrating them. No wonder Kenya is suffering from unprecedented brain drain. Kenyans are aware that health professionals are not properly paid. We are aware as a country that majority of our health professionals are leaving the public healthcare system for the private sector. We are aware that health workers are overworked and underpaid, and this has consequences for the health of our people. We demand that the ministry shares with Kenyans its plans for the people to access emergency treatment, critical care, maternity care, neonatal care, and trauma in the event that this strike takes off, as is very highly likely. Thank you very much. That's the end of the statement. And I won't add anything. My colleagues here will chip in whatever order.